Yes. So, first of all, I wanted to apologize for not uploading today. I mean, maybe I will. The reason is, when I was returning from the holiday, from the Christmas, there was a black ice all over the Poland, and I couldn't really return. Second of all, Santa brought me the best human invention. It's even better than penicillin, which is RC car, radio controlled. It's better because it gives fun, right? So before I start recording, let me just have some fun in here. Oh, I forgot about the kid. Jesus. Oh, you look like a bum. All right. Sorry and welcome. Sorry for not uploading today's morning, which is Sunday. I was stuck through the Christmas time because there was a black ice literally everywhere in Poland for a couple of days, and I couldn't return home and I couldn't record. I didn't have my equipment with me. But actually, I am happy. I am happy because I can return to you with something greater than an invention of penicillin. Something greater than the moon landing itself. An RC car. Ha ha ha. Just look at this. Ha. Santa brought it a couple of days ago. So before I start this episode, since it's still light outside, I'll just have some fun. I'll be back with you in a sec. I wanted to talk a bit about disability tax. If you didn't know that it exists, I didn't either. I mean, but if you think about it, it does. So let me just explain it to you first. Just imagine that you are going on a holiday, right? You just booking the flight, you just getting yourself a hotel or Airbnb, whatever. You're getting on the plane and there you go, right? That's the normal version. Me, however, well, maybe not me in particular, many disabled people, they need a carer, right? So it's not one plane ticket anymore, it's two. A second bedroom in a toilet, double dinners, double coffees, double beers, double museum tickets. Well, but that's rarely happens. It's one of the reasons why you don't see many wheelchair people in 5-star hotels around the world. We need to pay double. From the other hand, you may think, oh, just find someone that will pay for himself, right? He's going on a holiday, let him pay for himself, right? But he will pay for a limited holiday, obviously for the full price, right? Limited, you may ask. Yes, we're not going on a beach as long as it's not wheelchair accessible, which rarely happens. We're not going hiking as long as the trail isn't made out of concrete or tarmac or asphalt. Flat, concrete and tarmac mountain trail. We're not going to see cathedrals on the ground, nor the top floor. We won't go to see castle ruins, camping, skydiving, whatever. Just name a thing, wheelchair doesn't belong there. There's actually more to that. We won't go cheap hotels. We can't go cheap hostels. They are popular in Europe, you know, because we need it to be accessible. Usually they are just too small to move around with a chair. Not to mention the toilet, it has to be a bit accessible. I don't need much of an accessibility, but I just need some room to move around with a chair, you know. You can actually check it for yourself. If you go Airbnb or Booking or whatever, just find a random city all over the world. Find some hotels, find some accommodations, and then sort it by the price, and then filter it by accessibility. You will see that there's almost nothing available. And if it is, it's pricey. You can just enjoy the price increase. Or you'll find out when you reach the place that it wasn't really accessible because the owner was lying or he thought it is accessible, but it isn't. I just hate the greatest idea ever. So in order to tell if something is accessible, there should be a law saying that as an owner, you need to get on the chair and then use your facilities on your own as a disabled person on a wheelchair. Maybe then people will realize that, you know, wooden planks placed on stairs are not enough. And if that's not enough, there's a thing called disability price tag, I believe. I'll link it down below in a video. This time I will. I'm always saying that I will link a thing, but never do. Basically, disability price tag, it's a report that estimates what's the additional cost of being a disabled person in a household. The study done by the Scope organization, I believe, for 2025, that's in the UK specifically. It said that in order to maintain the same standard of living as normal people, you need around £1,100 per month more. And it doesn't even include the tax, the disability tax that I mentioned before, you know? It's just life costs way more when you are disabled. This one and an American report, I will try to link it as well down below. They are only examining households when there are 2 adults living, 2 and above. So if you are a single disabled person, that's even more. The penalty is even higher. And you actually need to know one more thing. I live in Europe. We do have social security system, benefits for disabled people, free healthcare, free carer in some countries as well. I mean, obviously limited, right? He's not going to be with you for 24 hours a day, but there is a thing like that. So, you know, the cost of being disabled in some other areas of the world is skyrocketing. It's one of the reasons why all over the internet you can see so many disabled people asking for money. It's one of the reasons why by the end of this video, I will ask for money. You know, so you can visit my Patreons, buy me a coffees, GoFundMes. There's also one more thing that I wanted to mention when it comes to hidden disability costs. Yes, you will get a free or at least cheap wheelchair paid by the taxpayers. Yes, you will get that bionic leg or whatever, you know, prosthetic one, walking stick, or just random equipment, right? You get it for free. But it's never what you really need, and it's never something that a disabled person would buy for himself. If he could, obviously. He can't because he is poor. He has to agree what the health ministry decided for him to have. I'll make a separate video about it one day, but let me just give you a trailer. It's a trailer. Yes, let me give you a trailer. Imagine that you are being in a wheelchair and your hands are affected somehow by the disability. They are weak, or your arms are just weak, right? You are entitled to a wheelchair paid by the taxpayers, but it's going to be a heavy one, just a big one, bulky one, you know, massive one. You won't be able to put it into a car by yourself. You won't be able to crawl up the stairs and carry it behind you because it's just heavy. What you actually need and what suits your needs the best is the one for, I don't know, €9,000. But the government only gave you like 1,500. So you are 7,500 short on a wheelchair price, and you can't even save that money because of the disability tax. It just consumes most of your paycheck and benefits. And it's only if you work, because for the UK, for example, there's like 50% disabled people working only. It's definitely not enough, but I do believe it is a subject for another video because it's complicated. It's not as easy as, it's just not as simple. But anyways, let's start at 2026 with a positive attitude. I'll become a famous influencer. I'll start my wheelchair company. I'll produce wheelchairs and I'll become a millionaire. In 2026, you will win some numbers in a lottery next month. 1 million per person should do, I hope. There will be a peace all over the world. Someone will find a cure to every cancer. And I hope that Britney Spears will return to her former glory. Ha ha ha, that would be fucking awesome. This is what I wish to you for the new year. Have a good one, have a great New Year's Eve, and I'll see you next week.